So I saw this in the news yesterday, and at the time the headlines read that she had just been charged, but she's since been found guilty. Who is she? Let's find out. So this is Misty Roberts, age 43, from Deridder, Louisiana, and she was the mayor who has been found guilty of having carnal knowledge of a juvenile and indecent behavior with a juvenile, according to KPLC. So I am not from Louisiana, and I took the time to look up what carnal knowledge means for them in Louisiana state legislature, and I decided to screenshot it and put it here up for us to all learn about it. So, according to Part 5, offenses affecting the public morals, Subpart A, offenses affecting sexual immorality, Section 1, sexual offenses affecting minors, 80, felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile. A felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile is committed when a person who is 17 years of age or older has sexual intercourse with consent with a person who is 13 years of age or older but less than 17 years of age when the victim is not the spouse of the offender, and when the difference between the age of the victim and the age of the offender is 4 years or greater, or the person commits a second or subsequent offense of the misdemeanor carnal knowledge of a juvenile, or a person who has been convicted one or more times of violating one or more of the crimes for which the offender is required to register as a sex offender. So this goes on to stipulate what is considered intercourse and things of that nature, and regarding minors. So, by all accounts, there was alcohol served at this party, and there were text messages that came out in court where she asked the victims what they wanted to be drinking at this party. So I decided to look up the legal drinking age in Louisiana because I know that I'm not from there, so maybe it is different. Although I know damn well it's still in the South and the liquor stores are closed on Sunday. So I looked it up just to see what the legal drinking age in Louisiana is. So my question is, why was the mayor, who is 43 years old, who is the mother of two children, serving alcohol to minors at her pool party? And apparently, it was also documented in court because there was pictures taken, as children do in these events, of her apparently being scantily clad in a bikini, because it was documented in court that even the photos of her in her bikini were lewd. I'm not saying her body was nude, I'm not saying any of that. But according to Louisiana and their moral compass, she was lewd, lewdly dressed, and the young boy could be seen looking at her at the party. She has roped in her son's friends, her children, her nephew, and the parents and the friends, because they were aware and suggested she get the plan B. All of this, a lot of this happened through text message, which is a good thing. But I can't help but to wonder where dad is and, why this was occurring. And according to her criminal attorney, none of this would have happened if she wouldn't have been trying to be the cool parent going through a divorce. Her former husband, Duncan Clanton, was aware of the situation the day after it occurred. She admitted to it, and then she asked him to reach out to the victim's family for a temperature check. She just wanted to see how things were. So, several headlines popped up about this story. And of course, headlines are salacious and things of that nature, but it made me wonder. So, through the research, I was able to find there may be a precedence here in her family for this. So, meet her brother, Brandon Lee Roberts, age 40, who admitted to raping a teen girl and a young woman over the course of several years in November. And he was sentenced to 32 years in jail. It's interesting because the headline here reads, her twisted brother was sentenced to 32 years for raping a teen girl in a separate incident. And I'll get into the other headlines here in a second just to show you how salaciously intriguing they really were. So, Lie Until You Die was by far my favorite headline for this. Lie Until You Die. She was educating her children on lying on her behalf. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.